Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, guys. Welcome to the Mango Grove. Could you guys give me a quick mic check? Can you guys hear me a-okay? I'm just gonna be adjusting a few things on my end before we begin. Damn, I just dropped my webcam. Why do I even have a webcam? I don't even use this piece of... Should I get on cam today, guys? If you guys want me to get on cam, let me know. Or is it more distracting than worth it? He misses my face, guys. Bullish hair pattern, he says. Alright, let me try setting it up. How are you guys liking the markets today? How are you guys liking the markets today? Ten minutes? Driving, Julian? I'll be right back. Surprised to see SPY gap up, then pump some more. Yep, it's gonna do exactly that, man. I told you, remember last stream, what we talked about? We said, let's start looking for bottom signals, right? I think we said that 2 streams ago. Then we had the capitulation event. Actually, we talked about it last stream too. Right? I'm forgetting. We've done so many streams in 1 week. But I don't think that like you guys should be FOMOing into anything. Okay, don't FOMO into anything. But let's start looking for the narrative. We did post something on the Discord. Oh, now since the markets are in bear market zone formally, I think it's time to make the invites open to the Discord again. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do that right now actually. So if you guys do want to join us at the Discord, now's the time to do it. I think next bull market I'm gonna turn off our Discord right at the start to avoid any of the toxic people. We want only bear market traders sitting with us through the bull market. If you guys aren't here with us during the hard times, you don't deserve to be here with us during the good times. Correct, guys? Correct. Give me a hell yes. Oh, wait. You guys can't see me. Alright, let's just do this. I wanted to go get decent and put on like a proper t-shirt, but F it. F it. F it. Let's just do this. Wait. What do? I do this first. Right? Is that good? Oh, damn it. Okay, we gotta do the transition again. Okay, let's do it again. Let's pretend you guys didn't see any of that, alright? And 1, 2, 3. Good morning, guys. My name is Sean Dex, and welcome you back to the Mango Grove. And oh my, the markets have finally effing got exciting again. Jesus Christ. It's been a long time since we've seen some volatility. I was losing my effing mind, man. Losing my mind. But it's time. It's time to trade again. I mean, we've been trading, but it's not been the most exciting, right? And we said like the volatility, like going back to the dashboard, guys, you guys can see it right over here, right? But let's zoom in. Let's zoom in, right? The volatility, like what, a week ago, maybe a tad bit more, maybe a tad bit less, was blue across the board. Blue, 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 right? For those of you who are new here, blue essentially was a reading of around 20 or below, right? It was like some of the readings were sitting at 2 and 4, man. And what did we say? When volatility compresses that much, it's gonna expand, and it's gonna expand in the most massive of ways, the biggest of ways, and we have seen just that. Altcoiners have gotten effing wrecked. Wrecked. I gotta get on cam for this. Wrecked. But we're not gonna be dancing on people's graves here. We're not gonna be happy about this, because I got wrecked too back in the day, man. I got wrecked. Wrecked. It was freaking bad. I've told you guys stories. I've told you guys stories. 2018. It wasn't even 2017. You know, in 2017 a lot of people got wrecked, but I didn't get wrecked. 2017. It was 2018. During the bear market, right? And then when I got my shit together, that 6K capitulation, I actually made a lot of money. That was like my redeeming moment as a trader. But prior to that, I had to go through a lot of pain. And that's what actually made me appreciate Bitcoin, right? I was an altcoiner too, guys, back in the day. But you guys will have to go through the process too. Many of you guys will have to go through the process, and you guys will go through the process, and you guys will learn. Just like I did, just like Krisha did, just like Shervin did, right, Shervin? Right, Shervin? Shervin, tell them your story. Oh man. Alrighty. Yeah, I need to, this is what we're gonna do. Let's see if this works. Switch on over to the dashboard and build my webcam. Oh, there you go. Let's do that. Right. Do you guys want to see me in all views? And then let's do that too. And turn on the webcam. Alrighty. Oh, by the way, if you guys haven't followed me on Twitter yet, please go ahead and do so. I have 500 followers on Twitter. I'm trying to get to 1,000, so I stop feeling like crap about myself, because Krisha has 1,000 followers, and why does she have more followers than me? Why? What's going on? Oh, Shervin's back. How's it going, buddy? Okay, so what do you guys think over here? Up or down from here? Let me know. This type, up or down? Up or down? Bounce or continued dumpage from right here? How's it going, Saurav? Amir says up. Should it be at Sean? Oh shit. Should it be? I don't know. Oh yeah, right. Oh god, I gotta switch that. Thank you. Oh god. Yeah, that's I'm not much of a Twitter guy. I'm trying to be. Especially now, since we've probably flushed out a lot of the garbage. Continued bounce says behind the curve. Jamie Lyon says up. Alright. Wolvie says, I still think we get another push down, just a retest of 36k first. Good read. I think so too. And we're going to go ahead and discuss a trade idea on that notion very, very soon. In fact, I'm in a trade right now. I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys where I'm going to be wrong on my trade. You guys may actually get to see me be wrong on my trade and lose some money in around 22 minutes. It's going to be based on the 4-hour candle. I'll gladly take my loss. Why am I looking at Omise go? What the hell? Okay. So we're going to go ahead and talk about the trade very, very soon. But I want to know, and I'll flip to the other side, because if we do get confirmation on me being wrong, that's a trade towards the downside. It just depends on when I'm wrong on my trade. If I'm wrong on my trade while I'm still awake, I'll have the opportunity to actually assess if I want to take the downside trade. But if it happens while I'm asleep, of course I'm not going to take the trade, right? Hey, can you turn up the volume a bit more? I'm at the gym. F you, dude! Stop being so selfish and entitled. You want me to be loud for everyone else so that you can listen? I'm kidding, man. But Cece, don't be so entitled, man. I'm joking, yes, sort of. Don't take it too hard. But is my volume a bit too low for the rest of you as well? Because I could turn it up. How's that? How's that, sort of? So I'll talk to you guys about what's bearish over here and what's bullish over here and how we're going to get invalidated on our idea. It's not looking the best at the moment, but it's an easy trade to manage, so I like those kind of trades. Oscillators too look a tad bit overdone, but still in the bullish territory on the 1 hour, so I'm hoping that this has a little bit more push. You do have a little bit of some bearish divergence over here. No, not really, right? But on the 4 hour, things look a little bit more smiley, right? So let's go ahead and take a look at that. 4 hour oscillator swinging towards the upside has a little bit more room to go over here. And if we do get the 1 hour oscillators pushing the 4 hour here and crossing over here and living above here, that would lead to a push up to the $34,000 region at the very least. Now, I do think that we're going to get there eventually, but the question is when, right? And you don't want to hold on to your trade like expecting it to happen or just because you're stubborn on you being wrong on your timing. It could happen, but you need to be able to get out of your trade and reposition lower or reposition later, because you don't want to be caught off guard if things do not go your way, because it could never get up there. And let's say you think that, hey, I think it's going to get eventually up there because Sean says so, right? And you get into your trade over here. It's not looking good at the moment, and then price dips down over here and you're still holding on, but I get out of my trade, and I'll tell you guys exactly when I'm going to be getting out of my trade, and you're still holding, and then everything just capitulates over here. You're going to be left holding a bag. So if you're taking an upside trade, right, if you're taking an upside trade over here, you need to be aware that you have all momentum indicators going against you, all momentum indicators, and it's sort of a counter trend play over here, right? But you're looking for a short-term trend reversal, because I think a lot of people are going to likely be piling into the shorts, and if we do see a slight bounce over here, the higher time frame bounce is going to kick in, and that's what I'm looking for. We'll talk about that very, very soon. I want to show you guys the dashboard really quickly. Do you guys see it? Yeah, I think you guys do. Look at this. We're going to go through a dashboard, okay? And the dashboard is essentially telling us that momentum is against us on almost all time frames. All time frames. We're currently looking at the daily time frame. Okay, daily saying let's filter out Bitcoin. BTC. BTC is short, right? Volatility sitting at 100 though. Keep that in mind. Okay, it's been short for 36 days. Finally got the move, sitting at around upwards of 30% returns at its max, of course. 12 hour is also saying short. Volatility at 94. Got the reversal signal 7 days ago. 16% returns on the 12 hour time frame. And the 4 hours also saying short. Got the call 8 days ago, right? So momentum is going against you on all time frames. So if you are putting on a trade over here, you need to be okay getting out of your trade ASAP. You need to be okay being wrong in your trade and getting out ASAP. When the trend is in your favor, you want to be a person who is holding on to the trend. But the trend is not in your favor over here. You have no right to be stubborn if you're wrong on the trade going the other way, right? So we have to start with that first. When are we wrong on a trade? When can we get out of our trade ASAP? So I'm looking at a couple of things. You guys could be looking at a few other things, but I'm going to tell you guys what I'm looking at. I'm looking at this right over here, the dynamic. We've been oscillating around it, not rejecting it right off the bat. right? We did close a candle above it, and it's lining up its SPY, also showing some strength at the moment, now living above 400. I don't think SPY is going to just V-bottom up, but I do think that there is a chance of it kind of seeing a little bit more push towards the upside, because far too many people are piling onto shorts and getting bearish on SPY too, way too late into the game. We're also seeing, if you turn on your Ichimoku template, guys, if you don't have access to the dynamic, there is a sort of C-span trade over here. If we take out the highs here, especially from the Tenkin to the Kijun, sitting at around $32,000. EMAs, the 21 EMA, we have closed a candle above it, right? We're retesting it at the moment. So we retested once before, prior to this retest over here. And now in 15 minutes, we're going to likely get a close above it or close underneath it. If we close above it, I'm going to hold on to my trade. And now on the next candle after that, right, I'm going to be looking for a green candle. If we don't get a green candle, I'm going to be exiting the trade, because I'm going to sleep after the next 4-hour candle. And I don't want to be holding on to my trade without seeing that confirmation, right, while I'm asleep. I will be wrong also if we actually take out these wick lows over here, right? In that case, before I go to bed, in that case, I'll just get out of my trade. There's a chance I could get wicked out and the price closes above, right? But that needs to happen just before I'm going to bed, right? So let's say we wick underneath on the next 4-hour candle, but I don't get to see the close. I'm likely just gonna exit my trade. So right now it's not looking too good at all, but let's see how this candle closes. We have 14 minutes. You guys are going to see a live essential invalidation of a trade, and in that case, what do you look for? Well, you look for a trade down towards the Tenkin over here at around 28,000. Another thing that you could look at if you're looking for take profit targets and you don't look at the Kijun is essentially the green 55 EMA, and I do have that template right over here. So you'll be looking for targets around 32,200 and 32,727. So any questions on that? Wait, were you guys? Oh shit, you guys weren't looking at, I was looking at the wrong view this entire time. My bad. Damn it. You guys gotta tell me ahead of time, man. Yeah, apologies. But you guys get the idea, right? 21 EMA over here, looking for price to close above it. If price closes underneath it, we get out of a trade. You guys are seeing it get defended at the right now, right? Looking for targets around the green 55. You could also put a horizontal right over here. That's also another profit taking opportunity. You could essentially take profits initially at around 31,700 and then take profits, the rest of your profits around 32,820. I would not be looking to hold on to this trade for too long. Like, I would not want to trend trade this, right? There is no trend going in your favor over here. It's down on all time frames. All time frames. We even put in a monthly low, so new low. So I wouldn't want to hold on to trades in this environment. Let's put it that way. Okay. Again, want to re-emphasize to all of you, the trend is not your friend if you're going long at the moment. Okay, the trend is not your friend. It's adversarial towards you, so you need to be on guard. You need to know when to run. Pull in the trigger, or rather throw in the towel, call your army back, right? Switch sides if you have to immediately. Don't get stubborn on any long trades. Don't get stubborn on any long trades, right? You're better off just being short on a lot of them. BNB BTC switching long on the 4-hour time frame. Volatility is really high though, so it's probably like just bounced really hardcore. Let's go take a look. This recovered a lot. What is going on here? Interesting. What's going on with BNB, guys? Does anybody know about some kind of event or news coming? Oh, it did dump. It did dump 45%, right? But I mean, I'd get out of this if I were you guys and I was caught in BNB and you have a chance to sell at around only a 22% loss, right? I'd take it. But again, depends on what you guys believe BNB's future is. ETH is doing pretty well too. I'm surprised. ETH BTC at the very least. Waiting for this to give in, man. This is a random diagonal line over here being respected. I'm not even sure where I got that from. Let's go on over to the weekly though. It's not looking bad. I mean, again though, I think this is gonna give in. I think this is going to give up over here, and I think we're going to see this come down to 0.048. Far too many cocky VC investors are getting their freaking lunch served to them on a platter, and I think this is the last one that needs to fall. Last one that needs to fall to get them all to realize how stupid they have been with their goddamn the mentality of move fast and break things with crypto. Well, you guys got a freaking taste, a really, really strong taste of medicine, of what happens when you move too fast with money. Right? Move too fast with money. Freaking go. Go for it, guys. I'll show you what happens when you move too fast with money. Boom! Right? Boom! Chart, please. I'm on the dashboard again. F it. I got back here, so that's all that matters. This is what happens when you move too fast with money. Move fast, break things. Bitcoin is too slow, guys. Bitcoin is too slow. Right? Right? Well, you want to move fast, right? And you guys think that at 2.0, one of the most complex mergers of all time is completely safe? If you guys are not allocating at least a 10% risk to it not going well, and in fact it going completely horrendous, and you're all in on Ethereum, you are doing this wrong. If you think that that Ethereum, by the way, I have Ethereum, right? I'm going to put it out there, but I'm allocating a lot of risk percent to that shit not working out well. And believe me, the smart money leading into the merge is also going to be allocating a lot of risk to that not going well. No one's going to want to actually hold Ethereum and by the way, I'm not an expert on Ethereum. I don't know the intricacies like the way I used to know them back in 2018. But still guys, if you think there's no risk to moving fast and breaking things and innovating, all these VCs and hedge funds, they've made it. They have houses and mansions and fancy cars all paid for. You don't. You don't have the luxury of putting your life savings into Ethereum, into Luna, sitting back like they do and shilling innovation and talking crap about how Bitcoin moves too slow. You don't have that goddamn luxury. You don't. You gotta think for yourself. If you're gonna have an allocation on those coins, they need to reflect the risk. Risk first on everything. Risk first on anything or on everything. I had to sit through that entire goddamn charade of a bull market, watching people just throw money at garbage, and now it's all unraveling, right? I mean, I'm not saying don't make money, right? Make money, but allocate safely. Don't gamble. I mean, I've made money on garbage like QKC. I don't even know what they do, if they still exist. PundyX. What else? Storm. What else? Let's name some projects I have no idea. no idea what they're doing. VeChain, I have no idea what VeChain is doing. I'm sure they're a great project. I mean, guys, I trade altcoins, right? But putting your entire life savings into something and calling it a better money because it's moving faster and innovating faster, no, you guys don't know. If you don't know what the project is doing and you don't have the time to actually do deep research into it, you should not be putting your life savings into it. Nothing that hurts you, period. No. Well, if Ethereum falls, so does most Ethereum projects. Well, there you go. What does that tell you? Maybe you should have the same risk allocation to. So Ethereum needs to be the base risk allocation, right? So if you have a risk allocation of, let's say you're saying, I think there's a 10% chance, right? You're being generous, and you're saying there's a 10% chance Ethereum goes to shit. Actually, maybe I'm being a bit too hard on Ethereum. Okay, let's say you say 10%. And if Ethereum is your 10%, every other project underneath it needs to have more than 10%. Period. Period. Right? Period. Right? Because, and it's not because they aren't great projects. They could very well end up being amazing projects and change the world. But you owe it to yourself, to your family, right? To allocate that risk. Because if you allocate that risk and you say like 15%, 20% on so-so project, you can't reasonably put in your life savings into something that has a 20-25% chance of going to shit, right? No, you're not going to do it. You're not going to do it. But if you delude yourself into thinking that this is it, I'm all in, and even, I hope you guys understand what I'm trying to say. Any alts you bullish on for the future, Sean? I don't talk. You see, I'm one of the more responsible YouTubers where if I'm bullish on an altcoin, I won't talk about it publicly. I'll lose money on it alone, right? So if I make money on it, great. But if I lose money on it, I don't have to feel like shit about myself when I wake up in the morning, because I understand that people take my word seriously, even though they shouldn't, right? I mean, I'm not an expert on any of these things, and they may not do the research required, and they may actually put in a bigger allocation than required. That's happened, man. That's happened to a project that I talked about. I wrote about it once. And then suddenly I find out that a lot of people from Mango behind the scenes have actually gone into the project. Now it went on to actually 10x, 6x, right? It did well, it did really well, but it still bothered me. So I don't talk about those guys. At Seed, if I find a project, I'll talk about a proper trade setup, where we are right on the trade, where we are wrong about the trade, kind of like what I did with Bitcoin today, right? So I'll post trades like that. A lot of times I'll find projects, coins, because they have a fundamental narrative that could push the price up higher, and that's how I post them on Seed. Or sometimes they're just great charts. But I'll always tell you guys, or rather push the project to you guys through a technical analysis perspective, so you guys know clearly through a horizontal or a indicator way as to where to get out. There's no believe in Do Kwon, believe in Vitalik, believe in so-and-so VC stepping in and saving the day. There's none of that shit at Mango. We don't believe in anyone. We don't believe in me. We don't believe in Sherwin. We don't believe in Mark. We are all wrong. We could all be wrong. Like, you guys can see that Krisha and I have opposing views so many times, right? We're independent thinkers in this community. We all disagree with each other. And if you're in a community that has a hive mind like thinking, you got to get out. You got to get out of that community, man. I mean, I said it about Bitcoin too. Sherwin asked me, about BIP 119, correct? And Krisha asked me too most recently, and my thoughts, my response was, I will stop looking at Bitcoin the way I currently do if BIP 119 goes through, or whatever it's called, right? If BIP 119 goes through in the way it's currently being put through, right? Not because I think that the actual improvement proposal is wrong, right? It's the culture that matters of Bitcoin not moving too fast, not moving too aggressively, right? That's what's important to me. If Bitcoin starts doing that, just like every other shitcoin, I'm not married to Bitcoin either. I will stop. I will stop being a Bitcoiner or whatever, right? Because I owe it to Krisha. I owe it to my family. You guys need to understand that I'm the only one making money in my family, pretty much. Well, me and Krisha, right? My brother's on a wheelchair. My mom is old, and my dad passed away when my brother's accident happened, right? Like a year or two after. So I have responsibility. And if you guys have responsibility, you owe it to yourselves as well. Period. Oh shit. It's 9:30. Give me a second. And see, I'm wrong on my effing trade. And I gotta get out really, really quickly. I have like 2 debit accounts running at the same time at the moment. So I'll give you since I'm doing this trade live, I'll give you guys a quick tip because it's coming to, like, the thought is coming to me while I do it, and I've probably mentioned it to you guys in the C program anyways. Whether or not you guys are setting a reduce only order, make sure that you get into the habit of going through all your tabs, right? Depending on your exchange, of course, and check everything. Make sure that you don't have any more stop loss orders, etc., etc. Anything in place. Make sure that you close the trade end to end, right? Don't rely on your reduce only, because if you start doing things fancy every now and then by hedging a position on a different futures contract, like, something could go wrong. Let's say you didn't set your position to reduce only, just regardless, don't say, hey, the reduce only is going to take care of it, right? Because if you close out your position and you rely on reduce only, you guys understand, right? What could go wrong? If you want me to explain it, I will, but I'm a bit tired right now. Just got back from the gym. And I've lost context of my tabs too. I've lost you guys essentially. Why two different styles? What do you mean? What does that mean? Oh, no. Okay. Two reasons. One, I'm testing out a strategy, option strategy on one of the other accounts, and two, for KYC reasons, right? Because it gets a bit complicated. What was the orange line again? For me, that level is the point of control of this consolidation. It was just the 21 EMA on the 4-hour time frame. So you can see that we lost it, right? After getting it back, I wanted price to hold. Unfortunately, did not. The first big red sign was here, by the way, guys, where we came up, probably took out the high by just a couple of dollars, did not see any continuation whatsoever, and on the push down, it actually kept pushing down, and we pushed down and closed underneath, right? So if you guys go ahead and draw horizontal on the 421 EMA and then switch on over to your lower time frames, it helps you get a better exit if you want to get a retest, right? Or rather just visualize your exit. It helps me at the very least. But you guys can see that these kind of trades are very like low risk, right? You can see again, this is the 1 hour time frame, but you're trading this off the horizontal line over here, which is off the 421 EMA, and we got a retest over here. Perfect retest. You can see that the market tried to push up and see continuation, but we didn't get it. Instead, we came back down, and the market immediately said nope. A lot of traders were like, nope, we're not getting our continuation, and they exited. So as soon as you get that kind of lack of market participation in your idea, right, you're wrong and you got to get out, right? This may still see play through on a different trade setup, but you're wrong on your trade setup, right? You can't keep chasing trade. You can't keep chasing the trade now, just because it starts going your way again. Don't get back in, right? Because it's going your way on a different trade idea and a different trade setup that you did not read, right? So there could be some traders, for example, just to give you an example. Oops, I'm trying to stay on the one. There could be some traders who are literally just playing this based on what Mark and I have deemed or called the silver cross, right? The 21 EMA crossing over the green 55, and you essentially play this. There are two ways to play it. You literally just play it as long as it's crossed, or two, you play it while the trend is in your favor. And over here, looking at the low, high, high, right? Is that a high though? I think it is by a few dollars. So you kind of, just by a freaking dollar, right? So that is a trade idea, to just play the trend, right? That's fine too. But again, you got to trade now. If you spot that idea and you get in now, right? It's better to do what I did by getting out of the trade and then getting back in. Yeah, you're going to pay execution fees, but just the act of doing it lets you know mentally that, hey, I'm in a different trade completely right now. Get into good habits. Chickens drinking water? Okay, any questions before I wrap up? SFP, I don't know, man. SF, like swing failure. You know what we need to invent? We need to invent swing failure, pattern failure. Too many people are looking at the SFP now. I found you guys from Jason Casper. Is that a YouTuber? If so, let him know I said thank you. And yeah, we should start doing collaborations with other YouTubers. Ask him if he wants to collaborate. We'll do like a live stream together. He calls it chickens drinking water. Nice. Listen, those are cool names, man. Brazilian cross. Ooh, that's a better name. I like that. The Brazilian cross. But that's like limited to, that's confined to the fact that we are using these colors though, right? But I still like it. Are you dread mining? Are you in our Discord? If so, just could you just type his name down on the Discord? I'll try to ask Krisha to reach out to him. Maybe we can do something. Or Sherwin could reach out to him for us, right, Sherwin? All right, hi guys. I'm my post workout crash is upon me. So let's go ahead and look at a few of the macro indicators to basically see what's going on over here. Since you're going to start off with the 10-year yields, what's going on with the 10-year? Probably bouncing a tad bit. Last I looked, it did seem. Oh, this is the 1 hour. I was like, what is going on here? Okay, so we are up at resistance. Maybe test 3% over here. Push up a little bit more. But remember what we are looking for. We're looking for the market to start repricing inflation towards the downside, right? And at the moment, it's not confirmed just yet. But looking a tad bit weak, we did hit monthly resistance, right? Monthly resistance right up at the 3.15 region. This was the, so basically, guys, this push up over here, leading into around 2018 2019, which also, by the way, lined up with the last crypto crash and then reversal, was when Jay Powell tried to double tighten, and then the market completely puked, and this is what happened right after, right? Look at the way yields came back down, right, in a epic way. So if you do see something like that again, it could line up with wait, am I seeing this right? No, this was no the no, never mind. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So if we see yields actually come back down that fast, I don't think it's going to come down deep as deep as people think. I think it's going to come down to like around max 1.6 and then go and then just oscillate in this region over here. If you do see that, that's going to be good news. Bad news is if we actually see continuation from here and we keep going towards the upside. Okay, so 10-year at the moment, showing some weakness. We still in an upward. I would say that the upward trend has broken. Now, can we put in a lower high and a lower low? Okay, so uptrend is broken, right? But we are looking for a lower high and a lower low. In that case, we'd be looking for 2.58. If we lose the green 55, we should put another low high, lower low. I'd be looking for deeper down to 1.9-ish, 2%. 2% would be good. Yeah, so that's what the bond market is doing. But what about Dixie? Dixie is actually finally showing some sign of weakness, but I wouldn't count on this holding because this thing has been freaking strong, man. Keep in mind that the Dixie is heavily weighted towards the euro and the yen is, last I checked, quantitative easing, so they are printing a lot of yen. And Julian said something in the C chat recently, just today. He mentioned that, you guys are seeing the right chart, right? Yeah, he mentioned that the euro dollar is having liquidity issues based on what the guys over at, what are their names? I'm forgetting. Jesus Christ. Yeah, but anyways, this dude is an expert in the plumbing of the euro dollar market, and Julian has been following him. And apparently there's some issues with the euro dollar market, so that liquidity that liquidity issue happening in the euro dollar market combined with what's happening in the yen market could be the driving force to what's happening on Dixie, because Dixie is heavily weighted on the yen and the euro dollar, right? You guys get it? Right, any questions on this? Go ahead and ask. But either way, it's not a good sign. Dixie strengthening along with all the issues happening in Europe anyways, with the war, with gas prices being so high, and there being so much dollar denominated debt globally. I'm not sure how much of that is concentrated in Europe, but either way, there are a lot of corporations that have dollar debt. This is not going to make it easy for them, right? Because their local currency is going to be euros, right? So it's not something to just ignore because, hey, it's heavily concentrated in Europe and on Japan, right? Doesn't matter. Those are still massively used currencies. So that kind of weakness, or rather strength, is weakness for them, and that could actually lead to quantitative easing on their end again, right? And that, man, these are some interesting times to trade the market. Okay, let's go ahead and look at oil. Oil is another side. Yeah, this is looking freaking. This wants to go up, man. Jesus Christ. If this breaks 110, likely going to test 114. If it breaks 114, we're going to 127, and Zoltan is essentially going to be right that oil is not going to weaken, right? We're going to be moving to a commodity-driven world, and in which case, again, if commodities start putting so much pressure just through supply chains on economies, central banks are going to be forced to print, period, right? They're going to start subsidizing people's utility bills. They're going to start putting price controls on. I think Biden actually is trying to pass a bill to make it illegal for gas prices to go up, right? Think about that. I hope they're not really thinking about that, because they're better off just giving people money to pay for gas. They're actually better off doing that, because at least that way gas companies won't just shut down, right? Because if you start putting price controls, but those people, I mean, if you put a price control on a business to offer a low price, but their costs are high, what they're going to do? They're just going to shut down, right? They're just going to shut down, and that's going to cause even more price increases. It doesn't work, man. But yeah, that's let's check out wheat. What's going on with wheat? Is this the right ticker? Wheat has broken out. Jesus Christ, this is a breakout, dude. This wants to keep going. Unless this is the fake out, like, this is actually pretty scary. Gold just tested monthly 21 EMA. Gold has been underperforming. Like, we stopped looking at gold back when our thesis of gold getting demonetized into Bitcoin started showing fruition, and we started looking at TLT towards gold. I think you should. I don't think Bitcoiners should be looking at gold anymore, to be honest. I think they should be looking at TLT against Bitcoin, and that is a bit concerning at the moment. Let's look at that, and then we look at gold as well. But look at that. You're seeing us potentially lose the monthly 21 EMA over here, which is again screaming towards bear market territory, right? We've also put in a low, and the bond market is rallying, so that all makes sense. If we do break down over here, it's not going to look good. But let's look at gold. XAU USD. I mean, that's a buy. That's actually a buy. You just buy it, and you'll have to play this on monthly though, so you have to position size accordingly. But if this does have confluence with weekly time frames, there could it's just going sideways on the weekly time frame, so there's no trade over there. Yeah. Yeah, this is like, okay, I'm buying gold because I want to have a precious metal allocation, but this looks a bit toppy over here too. It's a good level to be buying gold, right? Like it's a monthly 21 EMA. So if you have like a bullish view in terms of a portfolio allocation for your wealth, not bad. But personally, I wouldn't. I'd just buy Bitcoin. Like, I'd buy Bitcoin, but Bitcoin's underneath the monthly 21 EMA, so I wouldn't buy Bitcoin either. So, dude, I just this not financial advice. I just hold on to the dollars until personally I'd hold on to dollars until Bitcoin reclaims the monthly 21 EMA. And if I had like a way to safely store and transport my gold, maybe, but yeah. But it's a good trade though. Maybe you'll see a bounce on the lower time frames. Yeah. No strong thoughts. Zero Storm, thank you for the $5. He says, "Hey Sean, do you think it's a good idea to be buying altcoins around the halvening? Because I feel like we might be seeing another B wave rally like 2019. So the halvening is already in 2024, right? So I think so. I really think so. Yeah, I think so. So around the halvening time, right? It'll be a good time. So what do you want to do during this entire phase? This is my tentative plan. It's going to change, of course, as we start seeing invalidations, right? As we start seeing that we're wrong, we're going to change our plan. We're not going to be stubborn. But my tentative plan is for this entire phase leading up to the halving is you want to be essentially aggressively looking for shorts on altcoins against Bitcoin, right? There's going to be bounce opportunities, of course, that you want to be trading, definitely, especially when there are times like this where you can pick up like 20-30% bounces on AVAX, etc., against Bitcoin. You want to take those when there's lots of volatility and there's pain and there's a crisis. You want to take those bounce plays, especially on key levels. Like if you look at, I'm not going to go through them right now, but we'll do that tomorrow because I'm tired. But leading up to the halving, but once the halving actually shows up, right? You need to understand what's going to change in the market participants, not just their mindset, but in what constitutes the market participants by then. Most of the retailers who did not want to learn the market and just hope for the best, right, and are being stubborn, they are going to get shook out. They're going to get shook out. They're going to go through a lot of pain. They're going to hate crypto, and they're not going to be around. All of that pain, right, that they felt on altcoins, right, is not going to be there. So it's going to be gone, right? And then you're going to start seeing some activity in Bitcoin, in Ethereum, and then new market participants are going to get interested. Fresh money is going to get interested in 2024, and they are going to be saying things like, I've missed the Bitcoin rally, I've missed the Ethereum rally, maybe I should try altcoins. That's how money starts flowing to altcoins. There's a fresh inflow of not just money, but a fresh unscarred minds that are completely free of all of this Luna episode and the BitConnect episode that happened in the previous market, etc., right? The altcoin ICOs that all went to zero, right? Those guys weren't there for the 2020 rally. Similarly, a lot of the Luna folk are not going to be there for the next rally. But it takes time. It takes time for them to give up and give in. And they're going to be people from within that cohort who actually learn and become better. And they're going to be strengthened, but they are going to have scars too. You know how I know this? Because I had scars. All my friends had scars, the people who survived at the very least. So we got to fight those scars, right? Every market is going to give you battle scars, man. It's going to give you battle scars. So I think for the next 1 year or so, Bitcoin is going to be the one to watch. We could be wrong and we'll find out. But I think that people are likely going to start having a lot of distrust on DeFi and altcoins in general. So watch out for that. Alright, so I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. If you guys did, make sure to hit the like, hit the subscribe, and yeah, share this video with your friends too, because at the beginning of the video I did have a rant on the entire altcoin fiasco, altcoins versus Bitcoin. Attaboy, Dread Mining. Oh, just one final thought on what we've just been talking about. So I had this thesis on Bitcoin. So Krisha and I were like brainstorming how to execute on. So this was before Luna went down to like $4, in fact, and before Luna went down to like cents, right? We were talking about what's the next play, what's the next big play for like the next 3-4 months, 6 months. And this was my thesis. My thesis was that this Luna episode is gonna have a lot of people distrusting, because this was where it stemmed from. We were like, okay, if everything crashes, should we be buying altcoins, Okay, should we be buying altcoins because right, they have more alpha, etc., etc. You get to collect Bitcoin a lot faster. And then I said, no, you know what? I think this might be the episode. This might be the episode that causes a lot of people to say, F it, I don't trust altcoins. I don't trust DeFi at the very least. I think DeFi is going to get a lot of like flack over here. Not rightfully so. Not rightfully so. I still think DeFi is more, there's more good than bad. But it's going to get a lot of flack, just like ICOs did. People are going to start leaving and they're going to start seeing the value in Bitcoin. And that distrust is going to stick for a while, right? And people are going to turn to Bitcoin maxis. And funnily enough, right, soon after, maybe not long at all, we start seeing this. Bitcoin has put in its first like high in a very, very, very long time, guys. Bitcoin dominance at the very least. And then we start seeing people on Twitter start sharing messages, or rather tweets, saying, hey, I'm now become a Bitcoin maxi. I'm become a Bitcoin maxi. We had influencers saying, I'm going to go back to Bitcoin maximalism. So you're beginning to start seeing that narrative because of the pain, right? And that's what we trade over here, right, guys? At Mango, we trade psychology and we trade pain. And whatever mistakes that we made in this market cycle, we're going to remember it and we're going to make sure that we're ready for it for the next market cycle. So this is the time to be putting in the work and learning with a community that actually wants to learn and not just freaking looking for moonshots, because that shit doesn't last. You're going to lose it all if you're not looking to learn. You're better off doing it slow and steady, but surviving and knowing how to actually play this game than just getting lucky, not knowing what you're actually buying. And no Luna holder who held to zero can actually say now with a freaking straight face that they knew what they were buying, right? When I'm buying an altcoin, I always say it out loud, I don't know what this shit is. Which is why a line on the chart is going to dictate my risk, not me having faith in Do Kwon or whatever his name is. With that, I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. My name is Sean Dexter. Until the next one, do it the Mango way, do it the easy way. My keyboard's actually dying. Holy shit. Ciao. Do the stress-free way, of course. Ciao, guys. And thank you all for joining. Thank you, Julian, for showing up. For Sherwin, Mark, Ajay, Debesh. And we have some new folk over here too. Easy Shorter was here too. How's it going, buddy? I'm just going to give a few more shout outs. Philippe made it. How's it going? And Dread Mining, of course. I'll see you guys. If you guys haven't joined our Discord yet, go ahead and join themangoway.com/Discord. I'll try to make it public quickly. It's currently probably limited invites. I'll increase the invites to around 50.